Alright guys, it's Nick with Couch Potato Fights. Hopefully you can hear me because it's windy as fuck here in Leeds. I've got family over at the moment, so I couldn't watch the fights live last night, so I'm working my way through. Thought I'd do a quick video about the Moses Itauma Mike Balogun fight there. Yeah, I mean, what is it to say? So you can look at the level of opponent he's fighting, but these guys only fight the fighters that put in front of them. I think it should arguably been ended after he dropped him the second time. Balogun was really game. So straight off the bat, you've got to say Balogun was game. The fact he got up at all, especially after the second one, you've got to give him props for that. But Itauma did look incredible, let's be honest. I know the knockout, Balogun was rushing in and reaching over, and it was just like a beautiful counter punch, beautiful counter right. But yeah, Itauma looked fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It was one of two really sensational knockouts that are on this card. The other one being Alois Jr. Commiserations to David Jameson, Beard King. He lost. I imagine he'll be back. Like we said with the Johnny Fisher thing, all these guys will lose. He looked game, but Alois Jr. Beautiful knockout. Anyway, let's not get too excited. So Moses Itauma, he, as expected, he dealt with Mike Balogun. Did anyone put a bet on Balogun? No disrespect, but he was there to give him rounds. He didn't get many of them. It didn't take long. I think the intention for Itauma was to make a statement, to be honest. He's had rounds. He's got a lot of rounds. Well, he's got a few rounds in the bank. I think yesterday night was a statement. Give me a big fight. Give me someone like Martin Bakole. I did read somewhere that he's now been ranked. It's a bit funny because he's now been ranked #1 by one of the associations. Who is it? I'm going to try and find it now. You have to bear with me. I'm just going to go through Boxing Scene and Boxing News, which are my go-to sites for boxing news. If that is the case, I'm not... is that too soon to be ranked #1? Possibly. He looks really good. If you were being critical, you would say... Yeah, here we go. So WBO's Moses Itauma, #1 rank. Is it a farce? Question mark. It's definitely very eyebrow raising. He's blasted through all his opponents. He's even stopped people that other people have struggled to stop or haven't stopped. So the article I'm reading now is asking the question: if he's going to be put in that #1 spot, should he beat someone else? You know, beat a higher ranked guy to attain that #1 spot? I'd say he probably should. He's done amazingly well so far, but if he'd have fought Martin Bakole, for example, and beaten him, then yeah, he would have deserved to have been put right up there. I think he will beat Mike Balogun. I think after last night, I know Bakole and Mike Balogun are very different fighters, but I think after last night, he's really made a statement. He can only beat who's in front of him. He dispatched Balogun quickly. Balogun looked game, but again, it was a Balogun that, by the looks of it, is towards the end of his career, fighting a guy that is potentially, in all likelihood, will be a superstar. Fantastic knockout. Seriously, like, he was coming in a bit with reckless abandon, Balogun, but again, like, he'd already been rocked massively. Game plan, you've got to take function because you're not going to be thinking straight. At that point, when he'd been knocked down a couple of times, he was probably thinking, I need to rush this guy and knock him the fuck out if I can, throw everything at him. He rushed in, massive counter punch. Beautiful punch, really. Mamma mia, you know, absolutely proper Dolmio, innit? Proper Dolmio punch. But yeah, he fucking fantastic. Martin Bakole's come out and said that Itauma looked impressive, but he was fighting the bum, which is disrespectful. But that's the fight game. Could Martin Bakole have beaten Mike Balogun? Absolutely. I think he would have beaten Mike Balogun fairly easily, probably, even based on recent form. Martin Bakole's said Itauma looked impressive against the bum. That sounds like fighting talk. That sounds like he's setting it up. He's lining him up. Moses Itauma can knock them down by saying, okay, if you're classing yourself as someone that isn't a bum, I'll fight you. I'll knock you out as well, which I think would happen if they fought now. I think Moses Itauma, not just from last night, just his speed, his movement, his knockout power. He's obviously got like crazy natural power. I think he'd knock Bakole out. I think Bakole really needs to have a look on the scales. He needs to jump on the scales for a start. Trim down a bit, really take it more seriously. Otherwise, it's going to get left behind by people like Itauma. Some of the other younger, hungrier heavyweights. So if he's going to call Itauma, he really needs to train and take it seriously. And I'd love to see that fight now, but if you're asking me now, I have to say, well, windy here. It's a Jumanji or some shit. If you can ask me who would win now, I would say Moses Itauma would be a big favourite to me. Again, not just for last night. Last night contributed to it, but last night showed he has massive power, loads of potential, and he's a big problem. You know, could disrupt the heavyweight division a bit at the age of 20. See what happens next. Got to be a big fight. I don't think I want to see a fight where he's getting rounds. I want to see him in a big fight now. It doesn't have to be Bacoli. He did mention Filip Hrgović, so he mentioned Hrgović as well. I think would he beat Hrgović on current form as well? He just looks really good. This kid looks really good. This man looks really good. Sorry, it's discrediting by calling the kid. He's a 20-year-old beast. He's looking like an absolute stud of an athlete as well. 6'4", something like that, 254 pounds. It looked like he carries it well. He actually looks like an old school heavyweight. He's very well built, good physique, but not totally ripped. Really exciting kid. He's the shot in the arm, the heavyweight division. Not necessarily needed. It just needed a couple of 2 or 3 contenders to come through for when the Furies and the Joshuas and the Usyk move on. This guy's going to be one of them, I think. I was going to say look out for him. We're already looking out for him. He needs a big fight next. I can't wait to see what he does next. Bacoli would be great. Hrgović, I think he's going to fight Sanchez. But just one of there's some names here. There's the article I'm reading saying if he beats one of these guys, give him the number 1 rank. Until then, hold your horses. You got Joseph Parker, Jim Caballel, Richard Torres, Alkadir Jalalov, who I actually looked at earlier and he looks like a really exciting, big heavyweight. Hrgović, Mike Balogun. If you dispatch any of them, I think you've earned the number 1. They'd all be quite exciting fights as well. Realistic, I think Bacoli or Hrgović. Alkadir Jalalov, Richard Torres. Anyway, quick video regarding Itauma. Quickly, you've also got to mention Alois Jr., who dispatched David Jameson in their fight. He gave up a bit of height. Very stocky guy. Is he a total unit? Explosive knockout. Not the best trash talk, but again, he'll get better at that. Not that I'm any better at trash talk than him. He'll get better at that. He'll learn and develop. But on yesterday's fight, he looked. I watched the full fight. He just looked just the power again. You know. Natural power. Some people seem to be born with it. Alois Jr. would be another one. Fantastic knockout if you've not seen it. I'm working my way through the card, but I just wanted to jump on so I could get some content out before I go away tomorrow. I'm off away to Poland to stay with the missus family for a week or so, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, I wanted to get some stuff scheduled. So yeah, it's all exciting. What's next for him? Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think. I'm not saying he's the man just yet after seeing him beat Mike Balogun. But his trajectory is very fast and I'm not sure who's going to stop him at the moment. Anyway, Couch Potato Fights. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Sunday roast or whatever you're doing. I'm having bangers and mash later, which I'm very excited about. I'm always excited for bangers and mash. Oh yes. Freddie's here with me down there somewhere. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.